Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and this is truly momentous. Lesley Riddoch, a woman who is incredibly ugly on the inside, although to be fair, she's not much of a dolly masher on the outside either, has said that Scots living outside of Scotland cannot comment on Scottish politics. And that's clearly a load of dingo's kidneys. Of course they can. What's stopping them? Got no one standing there putting their hand over the mouth or gagging them. So yes, of course they can comment. Why shouldn't they? I've got news for you, Lesley. I'm not even Scottish. I don't live in Scotland. And yet here are all you good viewers. I'm commenting on Scottish politics. You keep coming back for more. So it's clearly rubbish. Of course you can comment. When you have the likes of Sean Connery, God bless him, and all who sailed in him, sitting over there in the States, multi-millionaire status and all that, he's commenting on Scottish politics, and everyone was hanging on his every word. Well, in the SNP anyway. And you've got Martin Compston, the example they're using in this article, which we'll look at. He's gone over to Holyrood to Hollywood to make his fortune. And he comments on it. And of course, every time he comes back, he's welcomed home. Look, we got this great star, blah, 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 blah. It's all rubbish. And of course, what's even worse, it must be truly galling for Lesley Riddoch, of course, is she's English. Let's take a look to see what is going on and why Lesley Riddoch is absolutely filled with it. Gallons of it. Tons of it. Here goes. I mean, don't you just love it when these people, so filled with their own overweening self-pride and filled with their own self-importance, look at me, I'm egotistical, I'm narcissistic, and I am the be-all and end-all, and if you don't listen to me, then you're an idiot, kind of thing. Shh. Anyway, she's sitting there and saying these things that, if you disagree with me, you're an idiot. And the trouble is, it's quite clear to anyone that it's quite easy to disagree with her. The very fact that you're watching this goes to show that you can comment on Scottish politics from anywhere in the world. If you couldn't comment on a country from outside the country, why would you have foreign correspondence? We wouldn't know what was going on anywhere in the world, would we? A very boring news section. So words are hard. Lesley Riddoch says Scots living elsewhere can't comment on Scottish politics. So what about Martin Compston? The English-born and therefore English journalist reckons, well, you can't say that. She might have been English-born, but she was Scottish-raised. But we'll give her that. Reckons you need to live in Scotland to be able to comment on the situation here, ignoring high-profile Nats who live the life of luxury in the US. Or people who live just south of the border, who have family there. Or people like me, who have family there from both sides, my family side and mostly my wife's family side. I'm a Northern Irishman. I've got family who live in Scotland. I can comment. Also, come over the last few years, a little bit of an expert on Scottish politics. Not up to some, I grant you, but more knowledgeable than most. I take great interest in it, and I hope entertainingly so. If so, do please hit the subscribe button. That really helps. Anyway, pro-Skexit campaigner Lesley Riddoch has claimed only people living in Scotland are capable of commenting on Scottish politics days after promoting a march where US-based Martin Compston was the star attraction. The English-born journalist caused a social media storm when she made the comments yesterday. I've seen her. She was on one of the late-night shows, political jobs. And she comes on and she's an absolute loon-eyed weirdo. I can't even describe the politics she has. I don't even think she knows what her true politics are. She goes, independence all the time, push for independence. But when you pin her down to particular aspects of independence, she hasn't got a clue. And I don't think she's a stupid woman. I really don't. I actually think she's quite an intelligent woman. I nearly said attractive. No. But intelligent, I'll grant you. And yet, with that obvious intelligence, quite incapable of elucidating her thoughts as to certain aspects of what she wants from independence. And then she comes up with clearly bollocks like this. And hypocritical bollocks at that, should I say. Anyway, she was responding to Channel 4 announcing its lineup for the general election coverage later in the year. And she said there was no one on the panel representing Scotland, despite the inclusion of former government minister Rory Stewart. A bit of a clue in the name there, Lesley. His family is from Perthshire. Former spin doctor Alistair Campbell, whose parents are Scottish, is also part of the lineup. Riddoch dismissed suggestions they could represent Scottish voices, taking to Scottish media site to say, some say Rory Stewart and Al Campbell can represent Scots because they were born here. But residency is not ethnicity. But I'll start that again. Residency, not ethnicity, confers citizenship north of the border. So you're saying that anyone who leaves Scotland immediately ceases to be Scottish. That's an unusual position to take, Lesley. Does that mean you stopped being Scottish when you were working in London? Ironically, neither Stewart, who was born in Hong Kong, or Campbell, Yorkshire, happened. Never, little aside here, tangent time, never ask a man if he was born in Yorkshire. Because if he wasn't, he'll take it as an insult. And if he was, he'll already have told you. Anyway, they were neither born in Scotland, but that doesn't matter. Just days earlier, Riddoch wasn't born in Scotland either. Seems weird. Riddoch had urged independent supporters to attend a march on Saturday that was attended by Line of Duty star Compton, who lives in plush mansion in Vegas. I thought he lived in LA, so he's based in Vegas, and that's fine. Although, bugger all in Vegas. Once you get strip, then you get off strip, and then you get off strip. But you don't do off strip, you die. Anyway, he was pictured holding a banner alongside SNP leader Humza Yousaf. Other famous faces heralded by the independence movement who do not live here include Brian Cox, an apt name, an apposite epithet, one may say, and Alan Cumming. Well, when you've got Cox and Cumming, it kind of sums up the SNP, doesn't it? Riddoch's comments were pounced on by social media users who accused her of hypocrisy. Former Hollywood candidate David Griffith said, "Great idea. Let's hear what Brian Cox, Alan Cumming, Irving Welsh and Martin Compton think." Another user said, "So next time we hear from actors who pay taxes to... they said Big Sam, I think they mean Uncle Sam, that live over the pond, we all just ignore their views on Scottish politics. Thanks for confirming." And popular unionist account Steve Sayers pointed out we only have British citizenship in our UK that we are a constituency country of. All residency does is confer voting rights in Scottish-only elections. That's right, because everyone in Scotland is a UK citizen. You can tell. It's written on your passport and your driving licence. Well done, Lesley. You really are an absolute plank, aren't you? Anyway, others who have moved elsewhere were deeply insulted by the comments. One said, "So you're saying, though, I was born and educated in Dunfermline and then Aberdeen and didn't leave Scotland until I was 29 to work for a Scottish exporter overseas, that I'm not Scottish because I live in London. What nonsense." Absolutely. And it is. It's just quite clearly a load of old bollocks. But what's she going to do? You know, she's desperate for attention. She's getting old. You notice they don't like inviting her on the television anymore because, anyone sitting at home, they think it's a horror film. Ooh, grisly. Coming up. Another little tangent. I was going through London, it's got to be 5-6 years ago, something like that. We were going down to the theatre to see something, Phantom. And we were walking down, we're going through towards Soho to go through into theatre land. And we're at Old Compton Street, which is, if you don't know, it's a big sort of gay area in London. And just to confirm, I'm not gay, but we were walking through, and I just said to Michelle, a big gay bar there and things. And as I walked through, I got a wolf whistle actually from bloke, unfortunately. But I walked back and went, yeah, still got it. Anyway, we were going down the road, and there was Alan Cumming. And he was filming a piece for something about hidden London or something, hidden cities or something, I think it was called. Anyway, he was doing this piece about this little passageway and how it was used like 150 years ago for crooks used to run away and hide in there and things like that. So I just sat there for 5 minutes watching him, couldn't hang around, So anyway, he finished his piece, he was coming back off, and I just went, "Hello, Alan." And he looked at me and he went, "Do I know you?" I went, No. I said, "But I know you." And he said, "Where from?" I said, "Oh, I saw you in Goldeneye. Gotta go. See ya." Anyway, no, he just laughed and we buggered off. But yeah, he seemed all right. I think possibly a bit up his own backside, but he's not pompous. He comes across sometimes that way, but actually when he was filming that, it was quite good humoured, I must admit. Anyway, back aside, Lesley Riddoch. Where were we? Lesley Riddoch, you see. Yeah, I mean, she sits there, makes these claims, you can't talk about it, and it's rubbish. It's absolute bullbaggery, isn't it? She needs to just get back to doing what she does best, which is staying off the telly. Don't want to frighten the children. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll come up. Well, no, I am up. Twice I've done that today. I forget where I am. I do too many tangents. It's the end of the day. I've got one more video to come of the long forms. I've got lots of little ones. Anyway, till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.